Assalamu alaikum. So today's topic is for class 11th, subject physics. Topic is work energy theorem or work energy principle. So work energy theorem or work energy principle kya go? So imje nimbu, for example, is one a body chu, it is moving with initial velocity u. Suppose force is applied on it, so its velocity changes from u to v. So at point A, its velocity was u, and at point B, its velocity is b. That means on applying the force, this velocity of the body changes. That means it is kinetic energy change. So kinetic energy at initial point will be 1 by 2 mv square, at final it will be 1 by 2 mv square. So that means on applying the force, that means this force does the work, and this work, how much work is done when it is velocity change from u to v, it is equal to change in kinetic energy. How much kinetic energy of the body is changed. So this principle is called work energy principle or work energy theorem. So according to this principle, work done by the net force. So why net force? We know that a body is displaced only on the application of net force. So according to this principle, work done by a net force in displacing a body is equal to the change in the kinetic energy of the body. So the work done, total work done in displacing a body, it is displaced from A to B. So how much work is done? This is equal to the change in the kinetic energy. How much it is kinetic energy changes from initial to final position. Thus, when a force does some work on a body, the kinetic energy of the body increases by the same amount. That means how much kinetic energy of the body increases, it is equal to the how much work is done on the body. Conversely, when an opposing retarding force is applied on a body, its kinetic energy decreases. The how much this decrease will be, the decrease in the kinetic energy of the body will be equal to the work done by the body against the retarding force. Thus, according to work energy principle, work and kinetic energy are equivalent quantities. So let us prove this work energy theorem for a body. Suppose let m be the mass of a body. Here we have a body whose mass is m, and u be its initial velocity. When a force is applied, its velocity change. Let at final its final velocity v be v. So when there is change in velocity, that means there is acceleration. So on applying the force, let a be the acceleration produced in the body and v be the final velocity. Now, so when this force is applied, that means small work amount of work is done by this applied force. This work done is equal to dw is equal to f dot ds. So there is the dot product. So dw is equal to f ds cos theta. Cos theta is cos 0, because here we treat motion along the straight line. We say that this body moves along the direction of the force. That means displacement and force are in the same direction. Angle is 0. So cos 0 is 1. That means dw is equal to f ds. So equation first. But according to Newton's second law of motion, that force is equal to mass into acceleration, and force is equal to mass into acceleration. But we know that acceleration is change in velocity. That means dv by dt. So substituting this equation second, in equation first, we get the small work done. The small work done is equal to force. We will substitute m dv by dt into ds. So dw is equal to m. So ds lekho is gora, lekho ds by dt into v. Here ds by dt. This ds by dt, rate of change of displacement, is called velocity. So we will write here velocity, but dv. So we will write velocity. So we will write here velocity. So here it is dv. So we will write here velocity. So dw is equal to m. It is velocity v and dv. So this is the small work done in moving a body through a small distance ds. What will be the total work done when its velocity changes from u to v? That means total work done in increasing or changing the velocity from u to v. So total work done, we will integrate this equation. So dw is equal to mv dv. So total work done when its velocity changes from u to v. So integration will give total work done. So W is equal to differentiation, integration will cancel. Mass is constant of a body. So it will come out U to V, V dV. So we know integration of x dx is equal to power of x is 1. It is x square by 2 because it is x 1 plus 1. So similarly, W is equal to m. Here power is 1. So then integration of v dv means v1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 from u to v. So W is equal to m into v square by 2 from u to v. So we will write here W is equal to, so 2 card was common, it will be 1 by 2m v square from u to v. So in the most limit, what the most upper limit, path the most lower limit. So here W is equal to 1 by 2m. So v is to upper limit v, that means v square minus formula with the lower limit is v bala u, it is u square. So W is equal to 1 by 2. So iska multiple 1 by 2m into v square. 1 by 2m into v square minus 1 by 2m into u square. So what is this 1 by 2m v square? This is the final kinetic energy. So kinetic energy, it is the final kinetic energy. We will write kf minus it is the initial kinetic energy, it is ki. So this means this work done in increasing the velocity from u to v or changing the velocity from u to v is equal to the change in the kinetic energy of the body, or it is equal to the increase in the kinetic energy. That means then increase in kinetic energy or change in kinetic energy is equal to the work done by the net force. Work done by the net force, and this proves the work energy theorem. Work energy theorem. So work energy theorem states that the work done by the net force is equal to the change in the kinetic energy or increase in the kinetic energy. So one thing we should note, when work is positive, kinetic energy will be positive. When work is positive, kinetic energy will be positive. When work is negative, kinetic energy will be negative. Kinetic energy will be negative. Similarly, this work energy principle or work energy theorem is true for any system of particles in the presence of all types of force, external as well as internal. These forces may be conservative or non-conservative. What does this mean? This means this work energy theorem is true for any system of particles, and what type of force will be the between these particles, this work energy theorem holds true. So here, when work is positive, we say kinetic energy will be positive. When work is negative, we say kinetic energy will be negative. And last point, we know that light and body, light is energy and body. When we say light and heavy body, if we take any body, are moving with same kinetic energy. For example, if a body is moving with the same kinetic energy as that of light, and same, if we apply the same retarding force on both, that means if a same retarding force is applied on the light and the body moving with same kinetic energy, both bodies will stop after traveling the same distance. So thanks.